do the upper body warm up. Again, the purpose of the warm up is to increase your body temperature, improve ranges of motion, and stimulate your nervous system or your body to work out. So the first exercise we're gonna do, and all of them are gonna be 8 reps, okay? 8 reps. First exercise is rolling, all right? So we're gonna start on our belly. What I wanna do here is I wanna try to keep my hips down on the floor as I roll my upper body. When I feel my hips start to release off the floor, the rest of me will roll over to here. Now I'll do the opposite. I'm gonna let my hips roll, keeping my shoulders onto the floor. When I feel like I'm having a little bit of trouble keeping my shoulder on the floor, I roll back over. We're gonna do a prone elbow stretch. Here we can hold this stretch for about 15 to 30 seconds. If you have trouble doing it on one side, or on both sides with both hands under, you can do one side at a time. So the first variation is just going here and stretching out your elbows for 15 to 30 seconds, right? Again, I could do one side and then the other if I have difficulty doing both. The other one is I'm going to lie down with my palm down on my elbow, pushing it to the floor. Again, do one at a time for 15 to 30 seconds before putting both. It's gonna be a side lying extension rotation. So I'm gonna use a roller just to prop my knee up, and I wanna make sure that my knee is above the height of my hip. So my knee here needs to be above here so that my low back stays flat. I'm going to put my hands relatively close together on the floor, and now I'm going to start this motion by looking over my shoulder on the floor and then starting to turn my head and open up and through. Do your best to keep your knee down on the roller. If you find that it's coming off the roller, use your free hand then to hook at your hamstring. It'll help you kind of open up more. Exercise we'll do is the sleeper stretch. You can hold this for about 15 to 30 seconds. I'm gonna go onto my side with my elbow slightly below my shoulder, all right? From here, I'm gonna use my free hand to internally rotate my shoulder to the floor. Try to just do what range of motion you have. So if you stop here and you can feel the stretch, then just work there, right? And over time, you can work it towards the floor. There's a 90-90 iron cross roller press. So I'm going to go into the 90-90 position with my hips at 90 and my knees at 90. I'm going to use the roller on the floor, and I want to line up my forearm with the floor. So I don't want to be here and I don't want to be here. I want to be straight in a line. I'm going to press into the roller as I move it up and down. If I want a little more work at this, what you'll do is, just like we did in the iron cross for the lower body, you'll rotate your lower body to the side and again press into the floor, drive up and to the BLACKBURNS. So the BLACKBURNS, I'm bringing my arm up and over, and I'm touching as far as I can on my back with my elbow, trying to get as far as I can overhead. Then I'll bring it back down, turn my hand, and do the same thing, reaching up my spine and try and get my elbow to drop as low as I can. We're gonna do this laying down on the floor, and you're gonna mix up your leg positions as you do this. So I'm gonna come up, rotate, and through. So my legs will be straight for one rep. For the next rep, they'll be out to the side. Overhead tricep stretch or lat stretch. You can do this in place, again trying to open up through here, or you can do this against a wall. Increasing this stretch by bringing my elbow over my head and behind my head. So you might actually feel some into the pec as well. For For the next one, you can use a band, you could use a rope, you can use a PVC pipe, or we've even used towels. But you want to get a comfortable grip that will open up, and you can do this kneeling or standing. And we're going to perform 8 shoulder dislocates. The goal here is that my elbows should stay straight, and I'm just moving from my shoulders. If you have a belt or something or a towel and you notice that you have to bend your elbows, your grip's too narrow. So put your grip wide enough that you can comfortably work your shoulders forward and back. The Y upward rotation is going to be a wall slide. The goal of this one is that I'm trying to get my elbows to start in this position. Then I'm going to follow that Y position and lift off the wall. I'm trying to get a feel of where my shoulder blade is and bringing my shoulder blade, the bottom of it, towards the wall. Following the Y, and as I get to here, I'm really feeling like I'm bringing that shoulder blade towards the wall, lifting, and then back down. Light band, the same that you did for the shoulder dislocates, or a towel, and you're going to hold that across your chest. So I want to make this T position. From this T position, my goal is to rotate just my shoulders. So we're going to get into a single leg RDL position, and the goal is to be able to rotate my shoulders while balancing on the leg. Do 1 to 3 sets of 3 to 5 reps of a plyometric or a throw. So for upper body, you can do plyometrics like a push-up, a speed push-up, or a clapping push-up. So it could go from here through. I could go just a drop push-up. So I drop into the bottom and explode back up. All right. Again, the goal is just to stimulate your body and get going. For the throws, side throws, shot put, overhead throws, everything would be fine under those categories. Even hand switches on a plate. So imagine my hands on a plate, I step off, come back, step off, come back. All right, if you don't have a plate, do the hand switch on the ground. That up, we're gonna do 15 to 30 seconds of grip work, right? You have a variety of options when it comes to grip work, right? If you have a plate nearby, or even a textbook that's pretty heavy, you're gonna hold a pincher style like this for 15 to 30 seconds. If the weight's not heavy enough, then I could add little bounces with my ankles to make my grip work harder. The other options we have is a hex dumbbell. Again, holding through, or a kettlebell, holding upside down.